Well, another bow season is here, and Kaelan's got her prime bow in hand, a couple target bucks picked out, and big hopes to break the ice on her first whitetail with a bow this season. Well, it's October 16th. It's been a few weeks since Kaelan's been in the shooter seat. We're gonna slip in there tonight, and hopefully she can put her prime bow to work. Well, we've been playing a pretty good game of cat and mouse with Kaelan's target box. We're just hoping persistence pays off. Oh my gosh, 2 nice bucks just walked under our other stand. Well, rifle season is here, and there's been lots of action at our property. The snow's hit, the rut's on, you just never know what could step out. Got him good, babe.
I could not be any happier with this deer. Absolutely amazing.
My name is Mitchell Payment. I started tagging along with my dad to go hunting basically since I learned to walk. I grew up living the outdoor lifestyle, learning from my dad and any hunting video I could get my hands on as a kid. It became evident it wasn't only a lifestyle, but it was also my biggest passion in life.
Nice shooting, buddy.
Welcome to Season 6 of Moment of Truth TV. I just killed the bull of my dreams. He's down. Yes! That was unbelievable. After all these years and the amazing experiences with loved ones, I've never been more thankful to be a hunter. Enjoy the show. Kaelan's bow hunting journey has panned out far from how I would ever have scripted it. Now up to date harvesting 2 archery mule deer and a black bear, all before getting our first archery whitetail, the one animal that we pursue the most. With multiple close encounters with her bow over the past 2 seasons, we've been ever so close. Kaelan still has been fortunate enough to fold both her tags over the past 2 seasons, but it wasn't from pulling the trigger on her release, rather it was her 243 that was putting the hammer down to fill her tag for the season.
You absolutely crushed me.
Oh my god!
With another season arriving and some nice bucks to chase, Kaelan's hoping to send a victory arrow into a whitetail buck this season. September 10th, we're getting ready to go in for Kaelan's first sit of the year, and we got 2 nice bucks coming by to go out to the feed. What'd you name him?
Well, Glitch was obvious because he's a little bit glitched, so we named him that. And then his buddy, we're like, well, what goes with that? So we named him Stitch, so it kind of rhymes.
One's a real cool deer, and the other one's a little more mature. We've had him on camera for years, and it's his best deer yet. So we're gonna go in tonight. They've been kind of mostly in the dark, but you truly never know. We're before the camera, and the camera's getting them out going to the barley, so we should be good to go. We're gonna slip in there tonight nice and early, hopefully see some deer. I think it's gonna be an awesome night and stand, so let's head in there and see what happens. The first deer of the night might have just looked like a normal doe, but it was in fact the deer we wanted to see the least. A wise old mama that has been picking us out for years and always checking if we're in our stands. After circling downwind and meeting up with one of her fawns, she let out what no hunter likes to hear. A far from ideal way to start out the first sit of the year, and it came to no surprise, no other deer made an appearance that night. Moment of Truth TV is brought to you by RV City, generations of family fun. Old Smokes Coffee, coffee for the courageous. iHunter app, know your regs inside and out. Black Widow Deer Lures, #1 whitetail estrus and deer scents. Tacticam, share your hunt. Sights and Arms, your firearm specialists. Prime Archery, the most accurate bows on the planet. And by Huntworth Gear, when concealment matters the most.
Well, it's the beginning of October. Kaelan hasn't hunted in weeks, but finally we found some time. We're getting ready to head in, and we're getting in nice and early because there's a few muleys in this area and they just tend to be up on their feet a bit earlier than the whitetails. It should be an exciting night. Hopefully Kaelan can draw some blood on her first deer this year, so we're gonna head in there and hope for the best. Absolutely beautiful out, so can't ask for much more on an October evening. So, you excited?
Mm-hmm.
Let's head in there and see what happens.
Having a bunch of muleys out feeding and the sun beginning to set, Kaelan began to slowly rise out of her seat as a nice 8-point whitetail had entered the field. With the buck starting to make his way in our direction, Kaelan grabbed her bow, hoping to get a chance at her first archery whitetail. The buck stopping to feed on regrowth oats every few steps. We were in a race with daylight. With the buck now in bow range, we were hoping for a closer shot with the light conditions being low. And sure enough, he was making his way right in tight. The buck now within 20 yards, Kay was getting ready to draw her bow, but unfortunately he sensed our presence and picked us out. The buck spooking and trotting out to 30-some yards, Kaelan just didn't feel comfortable taking the shot with the lighting conditions being low, even though it was still within legal shooting light. With this buck throwing an absolute fit in the bush, this wrapped up night number 2 in the tree stand.
Well, it's October 16th. It's been a few weeks since Kaelan's been in the shooter seat. We're going in tonight. These bucks have been super consistent, but actually in the dark, they've been coming out to this field to feed and using this trail, but we have a cold front coming in. The next 2 days, it's supposed to cool right off, so we're hoping this is the recipe that we need for them to slip up a little early. We're gonna slip in there tonight and hope for a good one. Hopefully she can put her prime bow to work.
While checking recent trail cam pics on the Reveal app, we caught some movement out ahead, turning out to be a young buck grazing on the underbrush that kick-started the action for the night. Glitch in broad daylight, Kaelan's wicked cool target buck was walking down a trail on the edge of the slough bed. With Glitch circling behind us and working his way closer, coming by at 47 yards, it was just a bit out of Kaelan's comfortable shooting range. As light faded away, one other smaller buck came by to our right to finish off the evening.
Well, we just got back to the truck and it was a good sit. I mean, we seen a buck right off the hop. It was nice to see a deer up on his feet early, and we thought that might be a sign that it was going to be a great night sit. Pretty much exactly what we wanted to happen. Kaelan's target buck glitch, just a real cool deer. Sure enough, broad daylight, he's coming along the slough bed. I was like, oh no, I knew he was just going to be out of range. There's a trail there, 47 yards, and Kaelan's comfortable within 40, and she made the conscious decision not to shoot at 47, and I think that's just a perfect decision to make. Don't want to wound a nice animal like that, and he just went on by to the field behind us to feed. But hopefully next time out, Kaelan can pull the trigger on either a target buck or another great buck. But beautiful night in the tree stand. Well, it's been a day since Kaelan and I last sat, and we had a great encounter with her target buck, but he went just wide, and they've done that in the past quite a bit. So Dad and I are here today. We're gonna set up 2 single tree stands on that side of the draw and on that side of where the slough bed is, where they like to funnel. There's 2 main trails, and on a southeast wind like it is tonight, these stands will be perfect. Kaelan might get him tonight if he rolls through.
That night, with the sun shining and the wind more in favor for the new stands, we were heading in. As the night went on, with the sun beginning to set and the full moon rising, the deer started to appear. With about 5 minutes of legal shooting light left, we had a real letdown as we caught movement going right under our other tree stands, turning out to be a beautiful buck.
Well, we just made it back to the truck, and man, that's a gut punch as a deer hunter to have them walk by right by your other tree stand. And you know, we've been hunting these deer for a few years here now, and they seem to pick up on you after a while of hunting them. So that's why we set up these new stands, because they always seem to follow the slough bed, and the one time we're there and they come through, sure enough, they're right by the double. And I think we just got a little unlucky. That was a nice buck too. It looked like he had a lot of stuff going on. That's pretty cool that new buck just showed up, but we're gonna keep after it. Maybe they'll slip up, come out a bit earlier, and we can get a shot. It was a beautiful, beautiful night in the tree stand.
Having a couple beautiful familiar bucks walk by the camera for the first time this year, we woke up to sopped-in pouring rain conditions, and with Kaelan only having a couple more days to hunt this week, we knew what we had to do.
Well, it's the following night. I think this is night 3 in a row, night number 6 for just in the last little bit here. And thank gosh for our Huntworth rain gear, because it is raining and sleeting and snowing, and it's been miserable all day. So gonna head in there now, hopefully get in undetected, and it should be a great night. So fingers crossed.
The first buck of the evening ended up going right under our other stands, which we were hoping wouldn't be the trend for tonight. With low dark clouds, light faded quickly, and sure enough, another young buck took the same path at last light.
Well, it's October 24th, kind of our last kick at the can for archery whitetail for Kaelan. We've been putting in the time. We got the best win for the new tree stands. We're gonna go up there, gonna head in there now. Hopefully one of the shooters slip up and Kaelan can draw some blood.
Having multiple deer on their feet early, it was looking promising, but the ultimate game of cat and mouse continued as they all went by the stands we were in the prior night, including this brand new 8-pointer we had never seen before. This buck got our hearts pounding as it looked like he might give us a chance, but ended up jumping the fence at 50 yards, leaving Kaelan in heartbreak and her bow season in the rear view, with rifle season in the coming week. Moment of Truth TV is brought to you by Revolution Armory, Canada's best custom shotguns. G5 Outdoors, designed to hunt. Burris Optics, find what matters. Reveal Cellular Cameras, always on the hunt. Victory Archery, the carbon arrow experts. Score Ammunition, proudly Canadian. And by Tween Lake Feed Solutions, quality wildlife feed. Rifle season is now here, and Kaelan and I just arrived at our property, where we plan on staying a few nights in the cabin and doing some whitetail hunting. Earlier that week, we went to see the experts and our friends at Sights and Arms, located in St. Albert, Alberta, to get a brand new Burris Optics Signature HD scope installed to see in full clarity in the moment of truth. After quickly and easily getting it dialed in, we were hoping the next shot would be on a big buck. Well, it's November the 1st. We just got to our property. Unfortunately, Kaelan hasn't got a buck with her bow yet this year, but it's always nice to crawl up into the tower blind, and hopefully we get a show like every other year in the oat field with deer, and she can lay the hammer down on a nice buck. So we're gonna head in there now. After having an incredible first sit in the blind, with lots of deer action, we continued to hunt the next few mornings and evenings. Having lots of continued action, unfortunately, no shooter bucks made an appearance. It's now a couple weeks later, the snow has arrived and the rut's on, and we're back at our property hoping for an opportunity. Well, it's November 21st, we're all geared up in our Huntworth gear, gonna stay nice and warm, but it's time to head to the tower blind. My uncle's been out here hunting the last couple days, and he's seen a beautiful buck come out at about 2 o'clock yesterday, so we're getting in early, and he was following a doe, and we have trail cam pictures of him following a doe as well, plus some other pretty nice bucks in the area. So hopefully we get a rotten buck to slip up early and Kaelan can pull the trigger on her buck. She's worked hard this year, and I'm praying it works out because there's only 9 days left in the season. So let's go see what happens. Shortly after getting settled into the blind, we were already seeing deer movement. Seconds after a doe and fawn went out of sight, sure enough, our target buck was hot on their trail 300 yards away. Well, the buck's out in the field. We got a picture of him on the reveal cell cam. He's on a couple does, so we just need him to come our way, and Kaelan might get a shot. Moments later, we saw a deer coming. It was one of the does. She was shortly followed by the other doe, and all that remained was the heavy 8-point buck. It's him. Okay, can you shoot him there? Right on his shoulder. Oh, wait. Just wait. Oh no, what happened? This beautiful buck chasing the doe back in the bush left us crushed, when all of a sudden,
pushed him. He's going down. He's going down. Oh my gosh, you did it, babe. He's down. Don't even worry about it. You just killed a giant buck. You did it again.
Oh my god, I'm so heartbroken for a second.
We just had a heart attack because he left the field chasing a doe. How cool was that? You made a perfect shot. Clean, quick, ethical kill. I'm so proud of you. You made a perfect shot.
Oh, he just looks amazing. I just want to go put my hands on him right now.
He's a big deer. We're gonna climb down and Kaelan's gonna put her hand on her biggest buck to date. Congrats, babe.
Thank you.
So excited to check this buck out. We had him on trail camera all summer and he slipped up here during the rut pretty bad.
Oh my goodness, I can see his rack from here.
Look at that rack.
Crap.
Look at that, pick him up.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
The palming. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna get him set up properly for an interview. I could not be any happier with this deer. This is absolutely amazing. Well, here he is, folks. This is my 2021 whitetail. I'm a sole believer of everything happens for a reason. There's a reason I didn't shoot glitch with the bow that night, and that is because this deer is a whole lot bigger and more mature, and it's just a better situation versus taking a long shot. We had a perfect shot at this deer, only 100 and some yards, and it was a nice, clean, ethical kill.
Congrats, babe. I'm so proud. I'm glad I was able to be here for this buck. You worked hard for this buck, and I'm so glad it's your biggest buck to date. I don't even think the video and pictures do him justice with all that mass. It's not every day you kill a mature buck like this. So congrats, babe. We got a bit of work ahead of us, but it's just an absolute gorgeous November day. Doesn't get any nicer out, and just thankful to be an outdoorsman.
Thank you for taking me.
You're welcome.
And thank you, Roger, too, for your help.
It's our pleasure. I'm so glad I was able to be here for it. Man, oh man, is he gorgeous.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Burris Optics. Find what matters.